Yo, before we get into this one, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this is a story you're going to want to follow all the way to the end of the season. All right, let's get into it. There is a rookie in the WNBA right now who is doing things that literally nobody in the history of this league has done before. Not Caitlin Clark, not Diana Taurasi, not Candace Parker, nobody. Her name is Olivia Miles, and if you haven't been paying attention to what she's doing in Minnesota, you are missing one of the most electric rookie stories basketball has ever seen. Let's back up for a second, because to really understand how wild this is, you have to understand what usually happens to rookies in this league, even the good ones, even the ones with hype. Usually there's an adjustment period. The speed of the pro game humbles people. The physicality wears them down. Most rookies spend their first year just trying to survive, trying to find their footing, trying not to get exposed. That is the normal story. Olivia Miles skipped that story completely. She walked into the league this season and immediately became the most important player on a team that is now sitting at the top of the entire WNBA standings. Not a good team, not a playoff team, the best team in basketball, with a rookie point guard steering the whole thing. So who is this girl, and how did we get here? Miles came out of TCU, and coming into this season, there was already buzz around her. But even the people who believed in her probably didn't see this coming. What she's done in Minnesota isn't just good rookie production. It's historic production, the kind of stuff that shows up in record books, not just stat sheets. Let's talk numbers first, because the numbers alone tell a story. Miles is averaging just under 20 points a game and over 6 assists a night. That leads every single rookie in the entire league in both categories, and it's not particularly close. Her scoring average ranks inside the top 10 in the whole league, rookie or veteran, and her assist numbers rank inside the top 10 as well. Think about that for a second. In her rookie year, she is a top 10 scorer and a top 10 playmaker in a league full of established stars who've been doing this for a decade. And she's doing it efficiently too. She's shooting right around 49% from the field, which is an elite number for a guard, let alone a rookie guard who's carrying a massive chunk of the offensive load every single night. Rookies who score like she scores usually do it inefficiently, forcing shots, learning the hard way. Miles has been the opposite. She's been controlled, smart, and precise, running an offense like a 10-year veteran instead of someone playing her first professional season. Now let's get into the moments, because this is where the story turns from impressive into something closer to unbelievable. Back in June, the Lynx were playing the Golden State Valkyries, and Miles put on a shooting clinic, hitting 8 three-pointers in a single game. 8 threes in one night from a rookie. That performance broke Caitlin Clark's rookie record for most three-pointers in a single game. Let that sink in. Clark came into this league as the most hyped prospect in the sport's history, and Miles, in her very first year, took her record right off the shelf. That win over Golden State wasn't even close either. The Lynx pulled it out 87-84, a tight, high-pressure game, and it was Miles who was pulling the trigger from deep over and over again when her team needed it most. Then, just a few weeks ago, Miles did something even bigger. She became the fastest player in WNBA history. And again, that's not just fastest rookie, that's fastest player period to reach 600 career points and 150 career assists. Fastest player in the history of this entire league to hit that combination of numbers. Players who've been in this league for years haven't done it as fast as she did it in her rookie season. And there's more. Miles became the first player in WNBA history to record 400 points, 100 rebounds, and 100 assists within just 22 games. First player ever, not first rookie. First player, period, in the entire history of the league. She's putting up all-around numbers, scoring, rebounding, and playmaking at a pace that has literally never existed before in this sport. So now you're probably wondering, with all of these historic numbers, how good is her team actually playing? Because sometimes players put up big stats on bad teams and it doesn't really mean anything. That is absolutely not the case here. The Minnesota Lynx currently have the best record in the entire WNBA. Not the best record among rebuilding teams, not the best record in their division, the best record in the whole league. They've already clinched a playoff spot with weeks still left in the regular season, which tells you just how dominant they've been from wire to wire. And people around the league have started calling Miles the bus driver for this team, the one who's steering the whole operation, setting the pace, making the decisions, and getting everybody else involved. That's not a small compliment for a rookie. That's the kind of language you usually hear about a franchise's franchise player. Someone who's been the face of the organization for years, not someone who just got drafted. She was also the only rookie selected to play in this year's All-Star game, which, on its own would already be a huge accomplishment for any first-year player. But when you stack it on top of everything else she's done, it almost feels like a footnote compared to the record she's been breaking on a near-weekly basis. Now here's where the real drama comes in, because Miles' rookie season has been so dominant that it's actually forced a conversation nobody expected to be having this early. There is exactly one player in the history of the WNBA who has ever won both Rookie of the Year and League MVP in the same season. That's Candace Parker, back in 2008. Nobody has done it since. Nobody has even come close to doing it since. And right now, in the middle of this 2026 season, Olivia Miles is genuinely part of that MVP conversation, sitting near the very top of the league's power rankings behind only the game's biggest superstar. Think about the pressure that comes with that. It's one thing to be a great rookie. It's another thing entirely to have your name mentioned in the same breath as the single most dominant force in the league in your very first professional season, with people wondering out loud whether you might actually finish the year as the most valuable player in the entire WNBA. And she's handling that pressure like it's nothing. No slumps, no sophomore-style adjustment mid-season, no signs of fatigue as the year has worn on. If anything, Miles has gotten more comfortable and more dangerous as the season has progressed, which is exactly the opposite of what usually happens to rookies once the league figures them out and starts adjusting defensively. So let's talk about what's still ahead, because this story isn't finished yet. Rookie of the Year is basically locked up for her at this point. That race isn't really a race anymore. But the bigger question, the one that's actually got people talking, is whether she can keep this pace up through the final stretch of the season and into the playoffs, when everything gets tougher, when defenses get more physical, and when every single possession matters that much more. If Minnesota keeps winning behind her the way they have all season, and if Miles keeps stacking historic performances the way she's been doing since day one, this isn't just going to be remembered as a great rookie season. It's going to be remembered as one of the most historic debut seasons this sport has ever produced. Full stop. No rookie qualifier attached to it. That's the story of Olivia Miles right now. A rookie who skipped the adjustment period completely. A rookie who's already rewriting the record book. A rookie who turned a franchise into the best team in basketball and forced the entire league to start asking if she could do something only one player in WNBA history has ever done. So let me ask you this. Do you think Olivia Miles can actually pull off Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same season? Or is that still too big of an ask for a first-year player, no matter how historic her numbers have been? Drop your take in the comments. Let me know if you're buying the hype or staying cautious. And if you enjoyed this one, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.